based on what had happened up to the last week. It's Oklahoma's. But do you sense y'all really need a marquee game on Saturday to kind of end some doubts or whatever you want to call it?
You know, with the committee and everything, we know that they're dealing with a lot of stuff. You know, they're looking at teams here and there. But I guess the only thing that me and the team is focused on is just Northwestern and what we have to do this Saturday in order to go out there and be just as dominating as we were last week.
And what do y'all have to do? What just intrigues you about Northwestern's offense?
Just the fact that they're tough. They're tough. They're rugged guys. They definitely have smart coaching. I mean, we just have to go out there. We have to be focused. We have to execute all our plays, our coaches call, and just go out there and be tough.
Coop, not just for yourself, but for the Rushmen as a whole there on Saturday. I think it's probably the best you guys have played in months, maybe since Nick went down. Was that the message from Coach Johnson? How did you guys play it out there collectively?
As a defense as a whole, you know, me and my brothers, we went out there and we graded out really well. As far as the message from Coach Johnson, his message was just go out there and have the greatest performance. Go out there and just play your hearts out. Leave it all out there. Leave nothing for a chance or for granted. Just go out there and play hearts out.
There were a couple of weeks where you guys it seemed like you were struggling to get sacks or get as much pressure as you guys are used to. Was there any frustrating point in the season for you guys? Were you wondering where the pressure was going to come, when you were going to get it back going?
You know, we never lose faith, and we know that as long as we keep going hard and as long as we just go out there and do our job as hard as we can, that the plays will be there. So I don't think anybody's too worried about, oh, we're not getting there as much, oh, we're not getting the pressure, as long as we go out there and we come ready to play every Saturday.
Do you take any more pride in that win, that being a Columbus guy and having pretty much the best game of your season so far? Was there any more pride in that game?
I mean, yeah, because I mean, growing up here, being a Columbus guy, I never liked the team up north. You know, I was always a Buckeyes fan, and I knew that coming into this game would be my first start, and I would go out there and have to contribute for us to win. So I mean, it definitely was emotional for me. But as far as me, I'm not too worried about me. I'm just happy that our defense came to play the way they did, and that our offense came to play the way they did.
Is there any difference between growing up as a fan and hating the team up north, and then once you actually get here and you're actually a part of the rivalry, is there any difference in that process?
Yeah, it's definitely a difference because they make us kind of hate them, you know, with our team up north workouts and everything like that. But as far as being a fan and growing up here, I mean, just not liking them and getting out there and having to play them, I mean, it definitely left a statement on my heart.
John, how do you get over such a high of such a great win and try to refocus yourself?
It's just kind of like how elite warriors, when they receive a mission, and after the mission's completed, you know, you celebrate it, you have a good time with it, but then you have to focus on the next thing ahead of you, because you worry too much about the past and what you did, and you won't focus on what's in front of you, and then that could lead to mistakes and stuff.
How important was it for you as a recruit, being from Columbus, to commit early and to have an opportunity to be home all the time when other players from around the country came in? And like, how big was that for you in your recruiting class, for you personally, to be here?
It meant a lot, you know, because I'm a very homebound type of dude, and I love my family. I love all my little sisters, and I have to make sure I'm home for them all the time. So just being from here and being so close to home, I mean, it meant a lot, because I get to go home and have the luxury of seeing my family every weekend. The other guys don't really get the chance to, and I don't take that for granted at all.
If you think back to 2015 when you're going through your recruitment, how important was your presence for other players coming in here on recruiting visits, do you think, like for you to kind of show them the ropes?
A lot of guys in my class actually told me that I was the first person that they met when it came to visiting here and stuff like that, and they actually got to know me, stuff like that. They said, I'm like, my guys, I mean, they're all my brothers, and they're really, really happy that I think I got them here, you know. So
you think it was important for a local kid to kind of kickstart a class?
I think so. Yes, sir.
Hey, Jonathan, I'm sure you've been asked about this in the last 5 minutes, but I'm going to ask again. Sorry, but you know, obviously that was probably one of your better games. It seemed like you came out and really changed some things out there. What's it just been like being a five-star kid who a lot of people thought was going to be the next Bosa, and like to come out here and to finally, you know, really break through and have that performance when this team needed it the most? Like, do you think about that stuff?
As far as like 5-star stuff goes, I know that stuff doesn't really mean anything to me. I know that you have to go out here and contribute and do everything like that. And as far as people saying I was the next Bosa, I mean, I would just like to say I'm Jonathon Cooper, you know. And I know that I don't really think too much about like, oh man, people expect me to do this and do that. I just know that if I trust the process and keep working as hard as I do, then my chances will come and my plays will come.
People, you know, I know that stars don't matter once you get here. I get that. You know, all different types of stars have turned out to be good and bad here. But like that is a thing that people attach to your name, and I think that the expectations for guys like you are higher. Mm-hmm. And I just don't know how that impacts a mindset when you're trying to go through it. It seems like it hasn't. And to really have that 5-star performance when this team needed it the most, I think probably feels pretty good, right?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels good. I mean, as far as the season goes, and as far as like, you know, people holding that to me, I mean, I feel like I hold myself to a higher standard than anybody could ever hold me to. You know, I know that I have to go out there and ball and make sure that I'm at my best every single Saturday.
Yeah. I mean, is it starting to come together, Jonathan?
Yeah, I think so. I think that I'm starting to really find who I am, you know, and just going hard. And I just always knew that as long as I go hard and keep going as hard as I could and work hard and practice and stuff, that the plays will eventually come. And they did on Saturday.
One last one. If you mind, Jeremy?
No, I don't mind. Go ahead.
Hey, Jonathan, what's better, blowing Michigan out or beating them in double overtime?
What's better?
Yeah. What feels better?
I couldn't explain the double overtime win. That was a different type of feeling, you know. That one was special. But I mean, blowing them out was also a win's a win, you know. A dub's a dub. So
you can't rank them.
I'll say double overtime probably takes that one.
Jonathan, what do you see when you look at Northwestern's offensive?
I see a lot of guys that are big, that are tough, and are well coached, and I know that we have to get after them.